Hello out there, internet. How are we doing? Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone today? Seeing some stuff going on in the chat. Grab your coffee. Everybody's doing good, I hope. Can everybody hear me? Morning, Mayflower. You. Jinxie, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? You got your coffee? Ready for the week before Halloween? Yeah, I know. Can always use more coffee. As long as you don't perform coffee abuse. So, well, it was a funny thing commented the other day. I made a comment in a channel and somebody responded with like the coffee gif where the person like spits it up through their nose because they're laughing so hard. First response after that is, you can't do that. Coffee is for drinking, not for spilling out. That's coffee abuse. I almost wanted to find a police gift to throw in there for coffee police, but I couldn't find a good one. But anyways, it's Saturday. We're gonna have some fun, play some D&D, drink some coffee. Before we get too far into that, a couple of quick shout outs and whatnot. First of all, of course, is a shout out to Syrinscape for the background music and soundboards, which we're gonna flip over because right now we're listening to Stream Beats. So kind of flip that over. So now we got the Syrinscape going. So check out Syrinscape.com for all the various sound sets with the online player, downloadable player, all that fun stuff. Syrinscape.com. Also want to shout out to D&D Beyond. We are running the D&D Beyond extension, so you can follow the characters as they go about their world. If best resource for all the D&D manuals, in my humble opinion, as well as the combat tracker and campaign tracking. Great things. So check out D&D Beyond. And thank you, of course, to the community for getting up so early in the morning, depending on your time zone, or to hang out, watch us play some D&D, have some fun. And yeah, we got all the reward stuff going on. If you channel points, bits, direct donations, all that, links in the panels here on Twitch. Also, all that support is helpful because it does take resources to keep doing this. So all that support is appreciated, and thank you very much. Next weekend, of course, is Halloween, but we'll talk about that a little later in the show. And with that, we'll go ahead and bring our cast in and kind of do our morning hellos and get into the game.
Keep forgetting to do that.
Probably wouldn't hurt to do some character introductions. So, no time like the present. So, of course, let's reintroduce our characters. We've been doing this for almost 10 episodes, so we can do a quick recap on characters. We'll start with Obsidian.
Wait, mind me. Why do I have to go first?
You're the first one in the window, and I always go clockwise. Next time we do this, I'll be sure to start with Snagrise.
Exactly, counterclockwise or something.
To that effect.
I play Obsidian. He's a male Tabaxi rogue of level 5 and druid of level 3.
Windows are swapped.
Yeah. So apparently I play an elf at the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm looking like a pretty funky goblin.
You know it. Funky goblins is the way to go.
Man, what'd you do, levitate?
I'm fixing him, don't worry. See? There we go. All
there
fixed.
We are.
Watch this one flip things over. Alright, so Obsidian, the Tabaxi rogue druid. Anything else? Okay.
We don't have a football team to root for, do we? So no, nothing else.
Sports.
That's fair. That's fair. Alrighty, next up, Anarian.
So Anarian is a Variant Lateran, and his Vengeance Paladin rogue. Had kind of a interesting experience as a young rogue and created his path down the Vengeance Paladin way. So had a good adventure with Day and Barum and Obsidian, and continuing on in the area trying to clean out the evil that exists here for the present moment in the gap.
Sounds good. Next up, we have Schnagraz.
I'm playing Shragnas, which, as you probably know by now, is a crazy little goblin who is a rogue wizard. That's not he's a rogue wizard, he is a rogue, and he's also a wizard. Up to no good, loves a good fireball. Yeah, also does what the book tells him to, because something happened.
Mistakes were made.
And last and certainly not least, Miss Wilhelmina.
I am a variant human grave cleric, and I have two prosthetic
Prosthesis?
limbs,
That's easy for you to say.
and I'm too sleepy to think of anything else right now.
Well, in that case, you need to drink more coffee. And of course, I am Steve, your humble and courteous dungeon master.
Who will very politely lead you down the path to death.
I put the paths in front of you. I do not force you to go down those paths. You choose to go down those paths. It just so happens sometimes I put shinies at the end to kind of entice you.
Yeah. I would like to know though how soon or what your updated averages are for your party knockdowns.
I don't track that.
A lot.
I do not
Why
track
he doesn't
that.
track it.
That's exactly. That's why he doesn't track it. It's all fun.
That's called plausible deniability. There are no facts, there are no figures, there's no stats, it just happens.
The only thing that can be said is, when, people go back and watch the playbacks or talk about in chat.
That's funny. What's the Shragnas line? Mistakes were made, things happened, or is it the reverse?
No, just things happened. Like they do. It just happened. It wasn't planned. I think they might still be alive.
Things win stupid prizes.
There you go.
Yeah, that is the thing.
That's one of my favorite lines.
I escaped. Sure, that means
Take a
I'm
moment to
different.
comment on the fact that today's coffee is from Pale Horse Coffee here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Veteran owned and operated coffee roasting house. And this month they have their pumpkin flavor. It's actually not too bad. Saw from the Instagram post, I went and I stopped there for coffee, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to?" And when I ordered the coffee, they're like, "Hey, do you want to have it here or to go?" I'm like, "What's the difference?" "Oh, we have mugs. Why not?" And then of course it's this huge giant mug. It's like the large coffee fits into that with still room for cream and sugar. And it's just like, oh wow, that's a big cup of coffee.
Go big or go takeaway.
Gotta love it.
It was good. It was the Dark Knight. I figured you can appreciate that, John.
Oh yeah.
Most
Great.
definitely. What keeps him going?
The other flavor today was something whiskey, and it just had a weird aftertaste.
Oh hey, I just noticed that. John, you're out of uniform. You're not wearing your Batman shirt today.
No, he's going with the other great franchise.
Yeah,
As long as we
do-
forget the last 3 movies that came out, it's a great franchise.
Yeah, I've gotten tangential off to Mandalorian. Forget the last 3.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
was
I do-
rewatching that. I'm 2 episodes away of finishing the first season again, getting ready for season 2 to drop next week. Which would be great. Get back to doing our show reviews with Rye. We'll do review for each episode as it comes out.
Gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Yeah, I do like to prove the fact that I do actually have other T-shirts other than Batman ones. It happens once in a blue moon.
Thank you, Hillary.
Yep. Thank you for the potion find.
Yay!
Roll that up and calculate that here at some point.
Potion of resurrection. Does such a thing exist? We may need that.
Probably not at the level you can get it at right now. But, it's always nice to dream.
Just give us a potion of invulnerability. Everything will be fine.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yes, what
Right.
can possibly go wrong?
Right.
Right.
Worth a try.
Totally gonna happen.
It's always worth a try. Didn't say you'd be successful, but it's always worth a try.
Never
Don't
hurts
we
to
even
ask.
get to roll? Don't we at least get to let the dice decide? Don't we even get a chance to roll for it?
That's fair.
Ha! That worked.
Potion of optimism.
The only way you're getting it is double zeros on a 100-sided die, which doesn't exist.
Let's see what happens.
Look, 00.
55. Not quite a 00. It's so cold today.
Potion of poison. I can hear it coming now.
What?
Step it up a little bit. Said 55 was your roll?
Yeah.
Alright.
Q, I'm not sure that actually gets us anything.
This is optimism. Gives us hope. That's all Leia needed.
Now I want to homebrew a potion of optimism.
Actually, hit. Go and re-roll that, but roll a d20 and a d8 and add the two together.
So, not rolling the 100.
Nope, don't have 100 choices. Have 28 choices.
Got it. The D20 is a 14,
All right,
and the D8 is a 1.
so 15. Okay. Alrighty. A potion of gaseous form.
That's cool.
Potion of fine biscuits and gravy.
I gotta find that. I've gotta find that potion that Okira created for coffee and. Oh, there we go. Shragnas gets the potion.
There you go, Trag.
Thank you.
Potion of gaseous form.
That's
When you drink this
Yeah.
potion, you gain the effect of gaseous form spell for 1 hour. No concentration required. Or until you end the effect of the potion as a bonus action. Potion's container seems to hold a fog that moves and pours like water.
what could go wrong?
Great many things.
Yeah, change of gaseous form, the wind picks up. Wow!
That's funny.
Well,
Sailing away on the wind.
I'm a leaf on the wind. See how I soar.
Oh, there you go.
Can't make
Very
you
nice.
can't make that. You can't go without making that reference to any
No,
kind of wind
Yeah,
thing.
Firefly was a wonderful show also.
It was.
Yeah,
It
but what happened when he
was.
said that? That did not end well.
Still one of the most quotable lines of the entire franchise.
Well,
Alrighty, so, where we last left off, the party had set up a camp near the portal or the obelisk that is the gateway to the Shadowfell. Trying to look for whatever creature that was large enough to spook people about a large shadow. Trying to, I guess, it's just kind of a setting up kind of a duck blind, of course, to wait and see if the creature appears. Still currently snowing, and it's a dim light because of the time of year, because we're up in kind of an Arctic region. For those who haven't been following along. What do you guys wish to do? What's the plan?
I'm being very careful with casting any spells right now. I'm still shaking after having to disappear off this plane for a brief instant and come back again. It's like,
Yes, that's
Wow.
right. Wild magic is a thing.
So did we actually decide to build the igloo instead, or were we meant to be casting the hut again?
I think that's up to their interpretation today.
Okay, so we started building an igloo. I think that's a really good way to go.
Yes, but how long is that going to take us?
We have time, trust me.
I thought at the very end of the last episode, you like managed to recast the hut before our
Oh
trickster.
yes,
That's-
gave-
yes.
And I was gonna
before
say,
everybody
that's-
spam chat. Yes. So
What
we did-
what I remember is that you had managed to cast it right before they got another wild magic surge in, and we had talked about packing the snow around the tiny hut so that when it disappears, then the igloo would already be preformed.
Brilliant. It's a good thing you guys are paying attention. I've slept since then.
Dish pickle, is that for me or for the party? You didn't specify, or just roll, or just see what happens.
Roll.
Yeah, redeemed crit. Make a PC or DM rolling out 20.
Got to specify who is the unfortunate soul who gets that. So yeah, there was a wild magic. It is in effect. So
Oh god.
We don't know that.
no, you don't.
God.
Not at all.
So
It's
I
all
think
good.
what we were trying to do was get in a long rest as well, so that all the spell slots would be back,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then continue either hanging out and waiting or going on a hunt.
We're all huddling,
right.
freezing. in this
So
little-
you
Dumb.
well, the hut, if you casting the hut inside and letting the snow kind of pile up around it, you still it's not freezing until the spell ends. So you are able to get a long rest in.
Good.
You have your long rest. Everything is kosher. The spell starts to dissipate.
And before it dissipates, we want to make sure we pack the snow so it actually does create the igloo.
Just for so I guess is it everybody who's working on packing the snow to make the igloo? All right.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody
Shrag
except
can't be
Shrag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shrag has to stay in the hut.
Okay, so I need the three of you to make survival checks.
I'll use my advantage since we only have that until the end of the month.
Shrag
then-
will be really helpful. He'll make actually the sort of dome transparent, and he'll be pointing to places saying where you need to put the snow,
Okay.
and just
That-
waving occasionally.
18 for Anarian.
For Narian.
14.
Okay.
16.
All right. Since Shrag is technically helping, you guys, if those of you who didn't use something for advantage, you could roll with advantage to see if you can get something higher.
Worse. Nope.
Nope.
I rolled a 2 that time.
That sucks.
Yeah, thank you, Naomi.
Gift from the tricksters.
Nope, mine was lower too. Just a 10. I'll keep my 16.
That works. Gift from the tricksters. +1 modifier to all proficient skill checks. Oh no.
Ooh, wow.
Wait, what? We get a +1
Oh no,
modifier?
gift from the tricksters. Okay, no, that's the other thing. That's the roll on the wonders table. I was confused it with the enchanting one, but no, it's gift from the tricksters is the items table, which I will roll up at the break.
All
We
right.
may
now.
need that other one later. Where is that one?
Alrighty. So, collectively, since it's the majority was pretty good, you're able to kind of pack the snow in and make a rough igloo. When the spell ends, the snow it kind of sinks in a little bit, but for the most part, it retains its shape, and as more snow continues to fall. Seems to have been a
That'll-
pretty
it'll-
good snowstorm that had moved in. Dropping snow looks like for at least a day. Probably looks like it might be another day or so. And temperature does drop a little bit.
So I can't metagame. So when we get up, I would cast Druidcraft.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be
Tell
a
me
heavy.
what
It's
the
gonna be a
weather
heavy
is.
snowfall. It's gonna be a light wind, and temperatures are gonna be about 10 degrees colder because of the wind and the snow. So not terribly different, but it
No,
still
that's not
still
what I
feels
was
like a
concerned
heavy
about.
snowfall.
And now,
Do we tell him or let it go?
Yeah, we tell him. It's gonna be he cast it, so it's gonna be the wild magic.
Mhm.
Oh.
All the fun.
But with the snow and the wind and the temperature, I would cast it.
Yeah,
so we would know
that's
what
true.
it
We'd need to
is.
know.
Yep.
Oy vey. Who did this one? I'm gonna.
What's gonna happen?
This is from last week.
I was gonna say it was.
Yeah,
I think
no.
that was Q left over from last week.
Chili, actually.
And
Oh, was it
Chili.
Chili?
It was both.
They both did it.
Yep.
it's not like we have a long memory as mods. It's fine.
Yeah, oy
There will-
vey.
Totally not be repercussions.
Obsidian, go ahead and roll a D100 and tell me the result.
I don't think it went well.
God.
This is gonna be.
50.
50.
Halvesies.
You can't speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
So when he tries telling us what the
Oh.
weather's like,
Blah, 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 blah. All it is bubbles.
But you can see, you can at least see the wind and the snow. But yes, obviously, blah, 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 blah.
Oh
Obsidian,
my.
are you all right? I don't think that's normal, guys.
I'm chewing on soap again.
The Yiddish grandma? All right, you're on my list.
Something is wrong with our magic. I thought it was just me, but then it happened to Shrag, and now Obsidian. That's probably whatever this shadow creature is.
Could be the nearness to the portal. Hard to say.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just for a refresher, the gate stands about 20 foot tall and resembles a large blunt cone. At its base, its diameter is approximately 10 feet. It's, as you feel, even at the proximity you guys are at, overlooking it, it still feels very. You feel the magic emanating from it.
Okay.
Oh, looky, another one.
Another
Oh,
one.
God.
Thank you, Dish Pickle, for the bits.
Yes, thank you for the bits. Chick. All the fun. Alrighty.
I got to pull that table up so I can pick what I want next time.
No.
More wild magic.
Oh,
Thank you, Dish Pickle, for the bits.
awesome. Those bits are
That's
wonderful
now.
and appreciated.
Three
Alrighty.
lined up. Yay!
All the fun. All the fun.
So
So
after
back to
a
Rogue.
minute or so, I'll pop that. What the hell is going on with our magic?
I have no
Pooey.
idea.
Shrug said to clean your language up.
Something is very, very wrong.
I wonder, could this be one of the effects of the Shadowfell? Maybe we shouldn't spend so much time there.
Oh yeah, we've been spending a lot of time there. I bet it's the Shadowfell.
Not our fans working against us or anything. I mean
No.
the viewers working against us or anything.
Unknown at this point why your magic is all of a sudden so wonky when you cast spells. Some days it's good, some days not so much. That being said,
So, should we start? Should we try and find this creature? I don't want to just sit here for the next 100 years waiting for it. Should we go looking for it?
Well, it's a shadow and it's dim here all the time. So if there's anything we can do to make some more light happen, that would be good. I can do this. Bing! And I cast light on the palm of my hand. It lasts for an hour, and I can do it as many times as I want. So I'm going to start collecting rocks and casting
help.
light on them. I don't know if any
So
of you
what-
has
what
genius
size-
idea for
What size
dispersing
rocks
them.
are you needing?
Just little ones.
Little ones? Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll start going around collecting little rocks.
Wild magic on your light spell.
Oh yeah.
Freaking.
Uh,
And I'm casting it a bunch of times, so I'm going to have to roll a bunch of times
Well,
probably.
there's only 2 so far. So
Yep, I've got
Mm-mm.
two. I've got 2 in the list. So 2 wild. So on your first one, before you cast it the second time, on your first one. So go ahead and roll your D100.
Dear.
63.
63.
Is that one of the bad numbers?
So you cast the light spell, and after that cast, all of a sudden, where you're standing, all of a sudden becomes extremely foggy, as you have also cast the fog spell on yourself.
Obsidian, I think.
20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on you.
It's a good thing you have light on your palm. You can at least light your way.
Guys. Where did you go, guys? Obsidian, I think your weather prediction was wrong.
Oh, I thought you just cast another spell.
I guess I'll just keep casting light.
How long does it last?
Lasts for the duration of the spell.
1 minute.
How long is the duration? Oh, a minute. Okay.
1 hour.
So
You sure
you're
it's
going to
not
be
1 minute?
in fog.
It takes
for an
a minute.
hour.
It
You're
ta-
gonna
it-
be-
It takes it's an action to cast, but it lasts for an hour.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
foggy.
And how big is it?
20-foot sphere centered on you.
Radius or diameter?
Sphere, so diameter.
Okay, so it's only 20 feet across.
10 feet on each side of you.
And above.
If I
But
walk
now,
around,
now since
does-
she has light on her hand, can we see the light at all?
You
Or
see it as
that-
just kind of it's really faint inside the fog cloud because it obscures all vision. So you
Okay.
just see it's kind of get a rough idea where it is, which is, it's very faint because a fog cloud in a daytime when it's dimly lit because you're the latitude you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember latitude, longitude. Been a while since I studied since I did geography stuff. Anyways, so yeah, so if you gonna cast the light spell again?
Yep.
Okay, roll that D100.
74.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, 74. Wow.
Oh no. Radius is only half, so it's 40.
Shh. Don't look it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh crap.
So yeah. Okay, so 40. I need you to roll. Wow. Let's roll a D6.
Oh no. What did you do?
I don't know.
What just popped into your head?
4.
All right.
Thank you, Dish Pickle, for yet another wild magic.
Yes.
What happens is a random creature is poisoned for 1d4 hours. And the creature you happen to poison was an owl that was perched in a tree, resting for its for the day.
I feel bad. Crap.
A random creature within 60 feet of you.
That owl sounds weird.
But it's only poisoned
It's
for an
okay.
hour, so it won't be long.
How many hit points does an owl have?
Not many.
That is an excellent question.
So
As long as
basically,
you get
Dish
poisoned.
Pickle killed an owl.
This owl falls out of the tree, which we can't see because we're in a fog cloud.
So
Yeah.
it's
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, do you need to go?
yeah. An owl only has a hit point.
Yeah, you killed an owl, Dish Pickle. I hope you're happy.
Shame on you.
It didn't die. It was just kind of miserable for a little bit.
Threw up a couple of like fur balls and
All right. So casting light again. Does that mean that's another one?
just before Will does that, Shrag's gonna go like with prestidigitation and try and create some wind, try and blow this fog out of the way. Because he's
Oh,
like,
so it's
"Fine."
Oh,
Shrag
okay.
that gets it.
Shrag's gonna get it. Okay, Shrag will get it.
Okay.
Roll that D100, Shrag.
No, might grow again. Ha. 65.
Okay. 65. Dun dun dun. Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
What creatures am I aware of due to the fact we're in the middle of
I'm
a
gonna
fog
make
cloud?
you roll a d6 3 times, and it will be completely at random.
God.
Oh my god.
4d10.
That's
That's
a
a
lot of
one.
lightning damage.
That's a 1
All right.
and a 5.
One more time. Are you only doing 2? You do
Do I
up
have
to
a
3, so yeah, you can choose 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, I'll do 1 strike because I don't even know I'm doing it. I wouldn't know
Okay.
to cast the 2. It'd be like, I'm going to cast precipitation and try and blow the smoke away as I waft my hands and this bolt of lightning's going to fly out instead. Yeah, that didn't work before. Oh, I didn't know lightning bolt. I don't know that spell. I was meant to blow wind.
Wow. Really?
So funny.
Oh, at least they couldn't see me do it. Actually, can anybody see me at this moment in time?
No, none of us can see each other. We're all in a sphere of
Fine
fog.
then. This is great. There's just a lightning bolt falling out the fog somewhere.
23 points of lightning damage to Obsidian.
What the hell?
This is
Is wild magic only for arcane magic or divine also?
Any spell that's cast.
The
Is
owl did it.
lay on hands considered a spell?
Yes, it is. Technically. Still have
Shock the kitty. That's just not right. All right.
Tail get all fluffy.
You can roll a dexterity save to try and minimize the damage.
Oh, okay.
Pass the save and you don't get anything.
Shrag is questioning everything right now.
Nobody said it's going to be foggy
See.
today.
I was
I was
thinking
meant
it's
to win.
untack. I was going to try uncanny dodge, but it's not an attack. That's why I didn't try it. Oh, 10 plus. Oh, saving throw is 10, so dirty 20.
Yep, so you would definitely save against it.
All of it or half of it?
It'd be at least half, just like if it wasn't attacks.
Okay. 11 damage. That's better than 23.
Yeah.
As Shrag hears Obsidian squeal in pain, he's going to put his hands behind his back and just look really guilty. Even though nobody can see him, he just go like, oh crap.
Yeah.
What is going on with magic?
Well, we need to use lots of magic today, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Start feeling around in the fog, guys.
What was the passive perceptions on you guys? I know Inari is like stupid high.
Mine's only a
18.
14.
I have an 18.
Yours is like 23, right, John?
23, yeah.
Okay. Will, what's yours again?
20.
Okay. As all of these shenanigans are going on, Inari, you swear you think you hear some kind of chuckle deep in the woods behind you, behind your camp.
Okay. Well, I think I heard something laughing in the woods behind us, so we may want to go investigate and see what's going on. But we're going to have to wait until we get some of this fog out of here if we can figure out a way to do that.
Well, once she steps through the fog, it'll stay in that spot. It was centered on her, so it's still
Yeah, so we can
move
tell
out
that it's a
of it.
magical
Okay.
effect, right?
yeah.
So we got to wait until it dissipates before we go and investigate, because otherwise we're all going to not be able to see anything.
No, she can move out of the fog. The fog's not going to move with her. It was centered on where she was standing.
Oh, I thought it was centered on her.
On her, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
too.
centered
So
on her, but
she
it's still
moved.
yeah. If she moves, it's
It-
fine. The wind's gonna blow it away. Like
Okay.
Shrag was doing, it would blow it away.
I was under the impression, like, if you cast a light spell on your sword, when you walk, it's
It
walking.
goes
That's because
to-
you're
yeah.
casting it on that object. Yeah, but even with the fog cloud, a strong wind will blow it away. It's
That's
not
true. Okay.
fixed.
Okay.
All right.
So, just out of interest, when I cast Prestidigitation to do the air, then did the wild magic stop that happening, or did that happen as well?
No, it still happened.
Okay, so there'll be
You
no...
blew you prestidigitate, you put that little gust of wind, and as it was gusting, all of a sudden also a lightning bolt flew out of your hands
Cool.
at the same time. It just happened to be in the direction of Obsidian.
So I
Oh,
think we
really?
need to go check out this chuckle in the woods.
Well, do we want to go to it?
Well, it
Well,
doesn't seem like it's
have-
coming to us.
Here. You want my broom? You want to go take a look and see if you can see what it is? Since you heard it?
Yeah, I'll go try. So
All right, I'll hand him my broom.
I'll fly up and see what I can see in the direction of the chuckle.
Alright.
Did we manage to get any of those stones with light on them?
Yeah, so we would want to give those to you so you could drop them.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Okay. How many stones with the light spell have you got?
That's what I was asking.
Well,
you got-
I
you
guess
got a
it's kind
couple?
of up to you. I've been casting it every 6 seconds on stones.
It's a cantrip you have? It's not a
Yeah.
concentration or anything, right? It's there.
Just lasts for an hour.
Okay. Every 6 seconds. This has been a few minutes. Go ahead and roll a d20.
5.
Okay. 5 stones.
5 stones. Okay.
Okay,
So-
I hand them to Anarian.
All right.
I'll fly up on the broom and head toward where I heard the chuckle.
Okay.
Is there,
Go ahead
is there a
and
way to
go ahead
estimate?
and give me a survival check.
That's what I was thinking. That is going to be a 13.
All right. It's a little hard to tell what is specific direction, but you do know it's toward the way you guys came from the other little finger of the ridge. you scaled up and then walked through the trees. It's coming in that kind of direction. But as far as couldn't get any more specific than that, just a general bearing.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly up in that direction and see if I can see anything from the air.
All right, go ahead and give me a
Perception.
investigation.
Investigation, okay. And you know what? I think I'm going to do one of my inspirations. I'm going to use the D6 inspiration.
Oh yeah,
Good call.
we have a ton of those.
So that is going to be a 19.
All right. Looking through the canopy in different spots, you're able to you see a couple of areas where the shadows seem darker than others.
So I'm going to drop a stone of light in those couple of spots and
Okay.
see if it lights anything up.
Lights. It's read off the light spell again to me, Will?
Got it. One moment. Hold, please.
Yep.
Okay, it is bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
All right, so roughly 40 feet of light every time it drops. Okay. So as you drop it, as you drop the stones down, one of the stones as it drops, as it kind of comes in, it illuminates a large shape moving through the trees.
So I'm going to mark that position and
Yeah.
get an idea where it is. How
Alright.
far is it from where our camp is currently?
It's probably about 300 feet from the camp.
Does it seem to be moving from a particular location, or is it just randomly moving
It's
through
kind of skulking through the woods, making its way back. Once it sees the light rock kind of drop, it starts to move back toward where you guys scaled up to
So I'm
to
gonna
the side.
I'm gonna drop another rock trying to push it in that direction, since it seems not to like the light.
All right.
How large of a shape is this? Is it like bear size? Is it like bigger than that?
How high up are you flying? You're flying just above the tree line, correct?
Yeah, it's coming close enough that I'm able to see through the
Okay.
canopy.
Go ahead and give me a dex saving throw.
Uh-oh.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Alrighty.
What's gonna happen?
You take 25 points of necrotic damage as this inky black cone of shadow sprays up from the tree line and encompasses you. You manage to dodge somewhat out of the way so you don't take the full amount because you succeeded the save, but that is the half damage.
I'm definitely going to drop the stones marking that position and fly back to warn the others.
Alrighty.
Are you okay?
Nah, not doing so great. That was kind of hurtful. But
What was it?
some kind of inky black breath cloud of some kind.
I think we found our creature.
I'm guessing. It was up about 300 feet from the ridge. The last I saw, I tried to drop some light rocks in the area to hurt it this way, but I don't know if it would be able to circumvent those or not.
And
Head in
being
that
ever
direction?
helpful, Shrag's going to go, well, this has got a sense of humor.
So, question about my necklace of prayer beads. It says that there's so many beads on the necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and I can cast it as a bonus action.
Cure wounds level 2.
Okay. I am going to use one of those right now on Anarian.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll it up. So you just look up the cure wounds spell and treat it as if it was a level 2 casting.
$13 healing.
Alrighty.
I also have, I just remembered from the previous, I have a 1d10 heal that I've got to remember to use. Is that like a potion type of a thing, Steve, or from the
No, it's just
the chat?
It's from the chat, so it's just you roll a d10, add that many, add the
Okay.
result for healing.
Yeah, I forgot I had that. But your prayer beads regenerate, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, so I
Good.
won't worry about it for right now then. All right, cool. That was very helpful. Thank you, Will.
Should I do
So-
another one? You're still looking
No.
kind of hurt. No.
I'm okay at this point.
Okay.
Necklace of prayer beads. You talking about the one that was picked up as the party loot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 4 beads on it, if I remember right.
They don't regenerate. Once you use it, it's used. So once you
On
use
the
it,
on the prayer beads?
yep.
It says once a magic bead spell is cast, the bead can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yeah, it regenerates on at daybreak.
Hang on, look at the if a magic bead is removed from from
Removed.
the necklace. Must be wearing the necklace. Each bead. Okay, so you would have to. Okay. All right, I understand.
So yeah, as long as you don't remove the bead, it can
Yeah, it
still regenerate.
still goes. All right.
All right. So back toward the ridge where we came, about 300 feet from our camp is where I last saw the creature. So I would suggest we kind of try to head that way, but let's get some light ready because it seems to not like the light.
I've been doing them the whole time you were gone, so I've got a few more.
All right.
So how many does she have?
Roll another d20.
15.
Okay, you found another 15 stones to cast the spell on. So,
Cool. I hand a few to each of you guys.
Okay.
all right.
Good
Okay,
plan.
cool.
And Anarian, why don't you take point this time since you know where we're going, and I'll stay in the back.
Okay.
We'll swap places.
So
I'm going to give 3 to each of you.
okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to use the rope of climbing to get up the ridge, so that that's where I saw him, up on the ridge, right?
Yeah, you got where it dips in to where the obelisk is, and whatever you guys are on the ridge. It's just you had come up from one side and moved across a couple of miles, and then set up camp overlooking. So from behind you, so as you flew
so
up
we're
over
still
the tree, so you're
We're
already
still up on the ridge.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are on it. It's about 300. You first saw the creature moving about 300 feet behind your position.
So
It's close
when
enough
you
you
say
could hear
behind,
kind
give me a cardinal.
of southeast
Okay.
from your position.
So about 300 yards southeast. So if we were like right over here on the ridge, then it would be over in
Kinda-
this direction. Over. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So probably,
So we'll.
and
head
it's
that-
roughly because it's
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all dense. It's all dense forest and whatnot. And you saw as you dropped the light rocks, you managed to drop one close enough that it retaliated by, breathing at you.
So I'm gonna lead the group back in that area where I
Okay.
had
How are you
dropped it,
guys?
trying to flush them.
Are you
So-
flying or are you walking through the trees?
I think the only flying method we've got is the broom, so I don't think
and
we're gonna use-
everybody is now moving through the trees.
Yeah, I thought I was taking point and everybody else was following in marching order.
Okay.
So it's basically our usual marching order. It's just I'm taking point this time instead of Obsidian, and
Mhm.
Obsidian's bringing up the rear.
okay, but and you're on the room of flying instead of walking, right? Or is Obsidian on the room of flying?
No, we're all walking.
I was
You're
gonna say I
all
think all
walking?
of us
Okay.
are
I
walking
put
at
the-
this point.
Yeah, I
Gotcha,
put the broom
gotcha.
back in, and we're all walking.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, based on the fact that I saw this breath weapon and we're kind of clumped together, I'm gonna take a dodge action. I'm gonna hold an action to dodge.
That's fair.
So probably being a bit more spread out as well might be sensible.
Yeah, so we don't get caught in the same breath. Could I tell from what hit me kind of what shape it is and how it disperses?
Give as far as the attack, it was
Yeah.
it was a 30-foot cone.
Thank you, Katmatari.
Yeah, I just saw that. Can only cast it once.
Yeah, you should have read the end of that there, Hillary. We all should have read the end of that. This spell ends if you cast it again.
So I have one.
Well,
One light spell.
She was so entranced with casting, she just missed that it kept, fading away.
Fading away.
that doesn't help, but that's okay. On we go.
I believe we've used up all of wild magic. Had 3 wild magic reactions, so I think we're good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okie dokie. So, trucking through, trying to find. Okay. Minari's on point. All right. Okay. So, you guys are progressing through. Give me investigations because you're looking for the. Minari, you're definitely looking for the creature.
No.
Say 22 for Shrag.
Only a 16.
Okay.
That was 8 for me.
24.
All right. You're walking in that direction. You're looking about, trying to peer through every shadow and dark corner you can see through the trees, and not seeing a whole lot.
Should I be using a light to try to give us some?
Well, you've got about 15 stones in your pouch, so you could cast light spell, throw the rock, see where it lands, and
Didn't
then
say anything. Cast it again.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I'll be doing that every few seconds and just do it on either side of the path as we go.
okay.
Also, Anarian and Obsidian, you each have the teleport stones. So if we need to separate, we should go like me and Shrag with one of you guys. So like,
Yes.
I did not explain that well, but I think you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's see. All right, so that's what you were doing. What are the other 3 of you doing?
Watching in the direction
Yeah,
that she
still-
throws the light.
still
trying
searching?
to see if we
Still
see
trying to
anything.
look for this
Yep.
this
Okay.
thing because we know it's around.
All right.
Plus, I have dark vision again. It's up to 60 feet. Don't know if that helps.
It's a little hard.
With an 18 passive perception.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead and do another set of perceptions.
That was the highest I can roll on perception besides a nat 20.
22.
21.
It's only a 16 for me this time.
16 as well.
Okay. So get a little going through, and your Will's throwing the light spell rocks out where she can, trying to illuminate. You see some foxes and some rabbits kind of skittering about. But the main quarry you're looking for seems to be evading you. And you guys are progressing through, getting about halfway between the two fingers as far as, and looking about.
We hear him moving at all. I know we can't see him, but we can't hear him either. Okay.
He's doing really well on his stealth checks.
I'm gonna let me just check if this will actually work.
Should we have one of us go up and try to get an aerial view? I don't know if that would help at all.
We'll say, though, go ahead and give me wisdom saving throws. All four of you.
Ruh-roh.
Who's within 10 feet of me?
The problem is we're all going to be spread out.
Well, if you can be within 10 feet, you get a +3. And then if you're within 5 feet of obsidian, you get a +3.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to be out the window because we spread out.
Yep. So I have a 23.
Okay.
Well, we spread out, but we did say that we were going to try to stick in like pairs.
Yeah. Well, are you within 5 feet
So-
or 10 feet of the person you're sticking with?
Okay, so we'll just say I'm with Obsidian.
Okay. Are you within 5
You
feet
get a
of obsidian?
+3.
I'd be staying close to him.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll be within 10 foot
As long
of
as
the area
within-
then.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say within 10.
Yeah.
Mine was a 21, Steve.
Okay.
So, mine's I suppose actually no, would your aura stack with a robe of protection?
Say that again.
Yeah,
So
they're
the-
different. It's different protection. So
Yeah.
it does.
It'll stack.
Cool. Okay, in which case then with the cloak protection, that's a 21 plus that's 24 in total.
Okay. Will.
17.
All right. Do you guys all succeed? It's like you can sense there's a presence nearby within 120 feet of you, but you're not sure where.
Okay,
So
Shrag's
Do
going
we
to
get an
detect
idea of the
magic.
direction? Like,
No. It's hard to it's just within it's just this feeling that you're being watched and that there's something around, but
Death Tyrant. I'm sorry, wrong game.
wrong
Shrag's
creature.
Shrag's going to cast detect magic just on the off chance it has a magic aura about it, might make it show up.
Okay, what's the range on that?
It's 30 foot.
Not within 30 feet though.
Okay.
But that'll still, but it's in effect for like 10 minutes, right? So as
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
continuing to walk, hopefully it'll illuminate.
Mm-hmm.
So should we keep going southeast direction then?
Yep. We seem
All
to
right,
be getting closer.
Keep searching.
I will say, Shrag, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
What? And of course, what do? I look up the wild magic table. Did somebody put in bits? I didn't see.
85.
85.
Yep.
As you're going through Shrag, because you have your detect magic on, while you're seeing with the detect magic, something kind of illuminates near one of the large trees. As you go and investigate and move the snow about, you find something. You find what appears to be a saddle of some type.
Oh. Random, but okay, yeah. It's
It's called in. So you can add that in. Your identify is a ritual spell, right?
Yeah. It's a ritual. Yeah.
Okay. So later you can take a look, but right now you find an exquisitely well-made saddle, and it doesn't appear to be suffering from any of the effects of being buried in the snow.
Okay.
It almost looks like it's brand new.
Being ever the curious one, I can cast because I don't actually have identify prepared. I do it as a ritual, but I can cast one ritual per day as its normal casting speed.
Okay.
So I will do that, and
All right. What
Then
you
I do it.
find is called the saddle of the cavalier. It's a wondrous item, common. While in the saddle on a mount, you can't be dismounted against your will if you're conscious. And attack rolls against the mount have disadvantage.
Cool.
wow. That's crazy good. Did somebody give us a gift in channel for that?
That was the gift from the tricksters, which is rolling on the wondrous item table
Ah.
for common or uncommon, and that was the item
Now
you got.
I believe that was for Shad, so we'll swap that one later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're the one that rides all the mounts, so I'll throw it in my bag of holding. But every time you need a ride, just let me know it.
You never know, you'll be finding one soon.
But you were the one who had the detect magic spell active, so that was like the perfect opportunity to get that off the.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
That's perfect. What's it called again? I'll follow it up real quick.
Saddle
of the Cavalier.
Yep.
And thank you, tricksters.
So, sensing that the light magic is giving us some difficulties, should we light some torches, maybe? That we don't have to worry about magic light.
Will the wind blow them out? How strong is the wind?
Inside the trees, it's not very strong. Snow is still coming down. It's heavy enough to come through the canopy, but it's not as bad as when you're out in the open.
All right, I give a torch to everybody then, and light.
Most everybody can see in the dark, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
But-
just wanting the extra light to illuminate.
Yeah,
I have a feeling
the
that whatever
shadows.
the shadow creature is, it benefits from dim light.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
everybody has a lit torch for the next hour.
Yeah,
Alright.
and I can do druidcraft too, so to light torches. So
Yeah, I just meant to avoid any weirdness with magic.
good
I'm
point.
I'm not going to hold the torch. I am going to get out the wand of conjuration, and I'm going to bring about an unseen servant.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it the
Ooh.
torch to carry, but I'm going to get to range 15 foot. Well, I can get 60 foot away from me, so I'm going to send it out in front of me and get it to be walking along with the torch in front of us.
So you
Oh,
see
nice.
this torch floating,
Cool.
walking through the woods, a floating torch.
Cool.
I like
It's
it.
somewhere near us.
All right.
Maybe we should go in a couple different directions, but no, I don't think so. I don't want to split us up too far.
Not too far.
Just keep looking.
Okay, we keep on trucking.
Alrighty. Go ahead and do another round of perceptions.
All right, I am going to do guidance on myself too since it's a cantrip.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use one of the D6 inspirations that I have left. That's my last one on the D6s.
All right.
And what are we doing? Perception.
Perception.
26.
Okay.
6,
10.
25.
Okay.
9.
Wilhelmina and Shrag, you guys are scanning about. Obsidian and Anari, you guys see out of the as you're scanning through the gloom, you see a large shape move, almost adjacent to how you're pacing. It's a huge creature, kind of a shadow on shadow.
How far is he?
He is about 110 feet.
I cast Moonbeam on him.
Okay. All
A
right.
silvery beam of pale light shines down 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spell ends. Dim light fills the cylinder. Blah, blah, blah. Engulfed in ghostly flames. Makes a constitution saving throw. Takes 2d10 radiant on a failed save. Half as much on a successful one.
What's the save on that? Constitution?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Spells.
So considering Obsidian and I are traveling together,
Con 13.
and I see him do this, can I cast something too?
Certainly try. What was the save?
Con 13. I know he's gonna save, but
yeah, he makes it barely, but he makes it.
He
still takes 7, and he's got this a beam of light now, literally on lighting him up like a little flashlight for us.
Okie dokie.
You said he was 110 feet away?
Yep, about 110 feet away.
So I'm gonna move 20 feet closer to him.
Yeah.
And cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
I will take out my Wand of Illumination and use my big spell on him.
Okay.
I'm casting Sunburst on him.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a 120-foot diameter circle, 60 feet from him in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to make another con save.
Okay.
DC 16.
Makes the save.
Okay. Roll all the freaking dice. Okay, that is 44 radiant damage.
Okay.
I'm scared.
All right. So as you guys cast this, and what is illuminated is the form of a full adult dragon.
Wonderful.
Oh,
As
boy.
it brings its head around and releases its another blast of its breath weapon at you. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Ah, wonderful.
It's 20, 23, because I'm still near an Aryan.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez. 25 for me.
I'm sorry, which was it? I was getting my Moonbeam spell cast in D&D Beyond.
That is a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity, so 10 plus 17, 27.
22.
All
Did
right.
you do the +3? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So everybody got over 20 basically. All right, then you're all going to take 25 points of necrotic damage.
Wow. Oh dear.
Oh, buddy.
And roll initiative.
Oh, natural 20.
Gotta love that.
All right.
Oh, and I need to do a con save, right, for my concentration spell on
Yes, you
Moonbeam.
do.
So, oh man, an 11. Barely.
I got 24, Steve.
16 was mine.
All right. So real quick, Obsidian, what was yours?
16.
All right, Anari, what was yours?
What did I say? 24? Yeah, 24.
Drag,
16.
Wilhelmina.
Natural 20. So 24.
Okay. Ready. So with that, we are at the top of the order. Fortunately, I don't have a battle map for this one because I don't have that wooded area created. So you have to theater the mind this one a little bit.
I'm gonna redeem some bubbles. Has that worked?
Alrighty.
No, it didn't. There was. No, there wasn't cooldown.
Did we ever hear what Dish Pickle decided for the Nat 20? Don't remember seeing a result for that one.
No, and Jinxie has just redeemed a crit fail. The DM rolls a natural 1.
That's fair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jinxie. We're gonna need it.
Yes, we are.
Alrighty. So top of the order is Anari. So Anari was in front. Trag was within 10 feet behind. And then Will, who is approximately 5 feet from Obsidian, who is at the back of the group.
All right. So,
You guys are
being-
about you and Anari moved up, so he's within. You said you moved up 20 feet, so you're about 80
Within-
feet.
yeah, about 80.
About 80 feet from the dragon.
Yep.
Drag would have had to move up to stay within the 10 foot in order to take in the bonus.
Yep.
So he's
So there's-
about 90 feet from the dragon.
Yep.
All right. Obsidian was about 110, which puts Will about 115 from the dragon. All right. Sound about right?
Yep.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I'm sorry, how far were we? I was responding to the chat.
Obsidian, you are approximately 110 feet from the
Okay.
dragon.
Yep.
Will, who's about 5 feet from you, is about 115 feet from the dragon.
Jeez,
Okay.
what is the range on that thing's breath weapon?
Oh, he would have had to move close. That's right. All right. Never. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Oh,
give
Yeah.
us,
Take
give us
back.
some
Take back.
distances.
Take back that for the. For that.
Yeah, that's a long breath weapon.
It's like,
Uh huh.
No. No.
I mean,
you're right. You're
darn.
right.
wow.
So yeah, take back the 25. Wait and see how that goes. Okay.
Oh, so we don't take the damage yet.
No, don't take the damage because the 30 foot. Yep, 30-foot cone. So yeah, you guys are too far out. My bad. That's okay. I can wreck on it. I can fix it.
I was
You're
gonna
about
say,
100
I
feet
don't
out.
mind.
Yep.
So we didn't take that
So
damage?
well, so I'm still about 80 feet out then, correct?
Yeah.
And then Shrag would be approximately 90.
Yep.
And then you're saying Will was how many?
Will is 115 and Obsidian's 110.
Okay. Then I am going to attack with my longbow. Before I move forward. So I got a 19 and a dirty 20.
All right. Both of them hit. Roll damage.
Okay, it is going to be 26 points total damage, piercing.
All right.
And then I'll move. I'll move my full movement, so I'll move 30 feet closer, putting me within 50.
All right. So you move up to 50 feet. Okay. Next up is... All right, next up is Wilhelmina.
Okay. So it's still pretty far away from us. So I'm going
You're
to take...
115.
Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity then to cast another sunburst on it.
Alrighty.
Because I'm not going to be able to do that once it's closer.
Okay.
DC 16 con save.
Makes the save.
Okay. So that is 43 radiant damage.
Alrighty.
And... Ooh. Sorry, I was reading through my spells trying to find something.
Okay.
But I can't find it, so let's see what bonus actions I have. That's all I got for now, I guess.
Alrighty. Next up is the dragon's turn.
Roll.
Your con save, did you make the save, Obsidian, or did you lose the spell?
No, I had it. It was 11.
Alright, and it was a con save at the start of the turn again?
Yep, so 13 con, which, if it's a dragon.
Yep, makes the save.
So he still takes 8. So the roll was 16, and he takes half.
Alright. Alright, takes that, and then it extends its wings and shoots itself up into the air from the canopy.
Surprise.
Moves to its full movement up 80 feet into the kind of up at a trajectory about 80 feet, and then positions itself to try and leave the area. So it went straight up, let's say straight up 60 feet, and then away from you for another 20.
Oh, he's running.
Yep. Next up is Obsidian.
All right, I get on the broom of flying.
Okay.
And I grab Will as I'm doing it.
Okay.
And I can fly. It has a flying speed of 50, and can I dash on top of that as a bonus action?
Yep.
So we're gonna go 100 feet.
Okay. So you're gonna go 100 feet and get within melee of the creature?
Trying to, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's 120 feet away, right? So
No, he shot up. Well, yeah, he would use his
100, and then
he would
moved
use his
20.
dash. So up 60, over 20, dash another 80. So he's about 40 feet from you.
Okay. So he's 40 feet. So we went up 100. So we're still 40 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know she can at least maybe try and get another daylight or some kind of a spell out. So that's
Yep.
try and get him grounded somehow. So, and I've used an action, bonus action. So I'm done.
Actually, no, he's not gonna. Well, it's dim. Dim light up into the clouds. Actually, no, he won't use the action to dash.
Okay.
He's going to cast Blur on himself.
Mm.
Okay, casts Blur on himself and uses a bonus action to kind of melt into the shadows of the fact that it's twilight up in the snow, up in the snowstorm. So.
Well, was that sunburst that you were casting or sunbeam?
Sunburst.
Okay, thank you.
Cast blur on himself. Yep.
We're 40 feet away, yes?
No, you're a lot closer. If
Okay.
you moved within, as he got up and was going, he cast blur on himself. So you guys are within melee
Okay.
until it
Yeah,
started.
so
his
we
next
wouldn't
turn.
have necessarily had to dash and things like that,
No.
right? So if we didn't have to dash,
Well,
as
you
a
would have had to
bonus-
dash to get up close
to get up.
enough.
Okay.
Because you're flying, you didn't have the broom doesn't have the broom's at 50. He can move at 80.
Okay, thank you.
So
That's
you
the piece
you
I
have
was
to
missing.
use your dash in order to get close enough.
Didn't know how fast he could move.
Yeah, he can move 80.
Okay.
And once he gets up there, you get a full sight of how large he is in there, and with casting blur and attempting to kind of melt away into the shadows of the storm.
Okay.
So your vision is, because of the storm is still going, now that you're breaking the tree line, that full snow effect in there, so vision is reduced because of all of that.
Okay.
That's 2 operations. Obsidian gets a nat 20 on his next dice roll.
Awesome.
Hopefully it's still in melee range. 'Cause that would
Um,
give me my amazing amount of damage.
I still don't see. Did any of you guys see what Dish Pickles said for where the?
He said, "Let the dice decide." So roll something and.
All right, we'll roll a D. We'll roll a D6. Evens is the party. Odds is me, because there are 4 of you and 1 of me.
That works.
1. So I get the net 20.
Ah, crap.
Which one do you get first, the 1 or the 20?
The 20 came in first. The 1 came in second.
Damn.
And I have 2. I have 2 inspirations. If I remember right from my list, inspirations are a D4. I'm seeing my queue correctly. Yep. And if I'm checking the activity log, yep, we're good there. Okay. So he has blur on him. Ba, 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 ba. Brings us to Shragnaz. You see the
Hey.
dragon launch up into the air, and you kind of lose sight of it through the and then you see Obsidian and Wilhelmina dart up on the broom of flying.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to whip out and try something a little bit new here. So,
Alrighty.
because I've still got the Wand Conjuration with me, I'm going to expend. That's the third level spell. So I'm going to expend 6 charges, and he's going to wave the wand, and I'm going to make 2 giant eagles appear because they have some good fly speed. And Shrag is going to jump on the back of one with his movement and take off, and gesture to Nerian and say, "Come on, then, chase it."
I'll jump on and follow.
Alrighty. So giant eagles. They have what for a flying speed?
80.
Okay, so they can get up, and they get up right around there. So you're moving in, and all of you moving in when melee with the dragon in the air.
Jeez. How did we get into this?
This is going to get interesting.
This
Maybe
could be an
really-
interesting end to the day.
You could say that.
Alrighty. Okay, so he has blur currently cast on him. Alright. Which brings us to the top of the order with Anarian.
All right. So as a bonus action, I'm going to use my vow of enmity against this dragon,
Alrighty.
and it is going to give me advantage on all my attack rolls for a minute or until it drops to 0.
Which is going to essentially negate the effect of blur. So it's just straight rolls.
You got it. I can do that. And then I'm going to do my 2 attacks, and you said we are within melee now?
Yep. You would move in close enough to be able to do that.
All right, so first is going to be a 21, and the second will be a 23.
All right. Those are straight rolls?
Yeah.
All right. So, yep, they both hit. Roll damage.
So, 16. Hang on just a sec, because I've got a bunch of stuff going on. Since we're all within melee, that puts him within 5, or puts someone within 5 feet.
Not necessarily. This is a huge creature.
Okay.
So
Well, that's why I'm asking, because I want
melee
to know
space.
if I get my sneak or not.
But you're all technically engaged with it, so that would technically meet the criteria.
Meets criteria. So I get an extra on 1 attack. And then I'm also going to use Divine Smite for one of the hits.
Okay.
For an additional 2d8. So that is going to be... So we've got 30, 40, 42 points of damage.
Jeez. Nice.
And that used up my Sacred Oath, and it used up one of my spell slots.
Alrighty.
And that will be my turn.
And it's going to whip around with its tail as a legendary action and hit you with a tail attack. And I'll use the nat 20 for that.
Is this something?
I'm not very happy with Dish Pickle right now for giving you that nat 20.
Say what?
Is this something I can cancel with my Circle of Mortality?
It's a physical attack, not a magical attack.
Yeah, but my thing is that I can cancel a nat 20.
Yeah, I mean, technically I would fit, so it's a nat 20.
Thank you, Will.
Get away from you. I'm sorry, but I don't want you to squash my Anarian.
That's fine.
Thank
we definitely
you,
tell that we're going to scale up next time. Because clearly this is not strong enough. Alrighty.
So cancels the nat 20, but is it still a hit?
Yeah.
It's still a hit? Okay.
It's just not a crit hit, right?
It's not a crit hit.
That's what I understood too. So how much
15
damage
points
do
of
I
bludgeoning damage.
Youch. Okay.
That would have been 30.
Yes, it would have.
And you're on a creature, so you need to make an athletics, dexterity.
Athletics, animal handling, or acrobatic? Okay, acrobatics.
Should be the acrobatic. Should be the dex-based one.
Yeah.
You need to make that to
24?
see if that they will let you keep on there, so you don't lose your grip and fall. All right, which brings us to Will.
Okay, so can I... probably not going to have another chance to do this, because I have a feeling he's going to pull away from us a bit, so I'm going to do a Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave.
Okay.
I'm cursing him with my grave magic.
Okay.
And so the next attack that it gets, it has vulnerability to it.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action,
there's no save with that?
Nope.
Okay.
For my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Anarian for 10 healing.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. And that is my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as it's sitting there, with all of you around it, it casts Arms of Hadar at 4th level. I need everyone to make a strength save.
Dirty 20 for an Aryan.
Okay.
I'm going to use a D6 my D6 inspiration.
Same.
21.
12. That's with the 6 on my inspiration.
Ouch.
Did you do the
Sorry,
plus
could I
3?
Sorry, could I bet that was that? Sorry.
Well, that makes it 15.
Okay.
Because you're literally sitting right next to me. You're within.
Yeah.
Strength save, Shrag. I didn't.
Yep, strength saving throw.
Cool.
You're still within 10.
Yeah.
You still get the +3 then.
Yes, that's 15.
So that's a good question that the chat has, Scoob.
That was a spell, wasn't it?
Wild magic?
Is there still a wild magic that hasn't been redeemed?
No, there's
Yeah,
a new one
just
that's been
pickle
thrown
just-
up.
There's a new one.
Yeah, he just put it in.
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
All right.
Oh, dear.
When did it come in?
3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago.
All right, so that would have been on Will's spell, right?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, it would have been on her on one of her spells. So, Will, go ahead and roll on your table.
It's a
Or-
17.
17 on the d20. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face.
Oh my.
Oh, dear.
That has almost been funnier on the dragon.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I am so glad. I'm so glad you're behind me and I can't see that.
I
How
was
do
just
you know when I sneeze? I'm gonna roll a con save every turn to see when I sneeze. That's 17. I'm good. Oh man, that is too funny.
All right. So, what were your strength saves again?
15.
15.
15.
21.
Okay.
mine was a dirty 20.
All right. So each of you take 9 points of necrotic damage as these spectral arms erupt from the dragon's body and swipe at each of you.
Ow.
No.
It was better than the one we got hit with before.
Yes, indeed.
And it is going to try and dart away. That
Well,
costs
wouldn't
an
that
action.
invoke opportunity attacks from all of us since we're
That was going to be my
melee?
question.
Yep, I'm getting there.
I don't have a melee weapon equipped necessarily. Would I get one?
Do you have one currently out?
I have one, but I haven't like taken it out or anything. It would still be on my back.
Well, you get your chance for an opportunity attack. Yeah, he's going to dart away his full movement. Anari has his what was the amnesty? That's for
Vow of enmity.
How long
Yeah.
does that last?
The vow of enmity is bonus action 10 feet, gain advantage 1 minute,
Okay.
or
so,
until it drops to 0.
all right, so that's still in effect. Everyone else will have disadvantage on the attack. On your attack of opportunity if you choose to take one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's a miss.
So what I'm going to do, I have an extra life advantage roll that expires on October 31st that I'm going to cash in to make it a straight hit
Okay.
or a straight attack. Can then I also use the nat 20 that I just got from the chat?
One or the other.
One or the other?
Oh.
Okay. I tried. So
Yeah.
I'll do the extra life. So this way it's a straight roll. Oh, crap. Where did that go?
Where did that
18
go?
Plus, oh crap, where's the sword? 9, 27.
That's your disadvantage roll.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
no, because I use the extra life advantage to give
So
me
it
a
makes it a straight
roll.
roll. Okay, that
Yeah.
hits. Will, what did you get?
I rolled a 19 the first time and a 2 the second time.
Okay. Shrag?
I can't really cast a spell as a attack of opportunity, and I've got one hand holding to the eagle and my other on a wand. Probably not going to happen.
Alrighty. Anari?
So I rolled a 24 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Now, question on attack of opportunity. You can still do the same things you would normally do, like the divine smite if it's a hit, and
Just
so
a
on.
straight
Correct?
attack. So
Right, but on a
yeah,
straight
if you want to
attack,
add,
a
if you
divine
want to add
smite.
that, yeah, you can. You guys can.
Okay, that's
So
what I wanted to check on.
all right,
So
Obsidian and
it's
Anari, what's your damages?
And the snake would also apply to that too, since I have her right on my back or not on an opportunity attack.
It's I don't believe. Well, if I'm letting Anari use his divine smite, I'll let you use your sneak attack.
Okay, so that's 25 for me.
Okay.
Magic
And
damage.
whatever is the first hit, he has vulnerability to it.
Yeah.
So mine's going to be 18 of piercing and 13 of radiant.
All right. The dragon falls dead, crashes into the ground.
Eh?
It was not powerful enough. I thought I made it powerful enough. It clearly wasn't, which means you guys we need to step up the CR rating by another 5.
Ouch.
This was what type of dragon again?
That was an adult dragon, CR 13. You just killed it in 3 rounds.
Holy mackerel! How
So
did that
so I need to start making sure there's more than one, or you guys need CR 18 to 20 minimum.
Wow.
Guys, you went too quickly.
Oh no!
Wow.
Well, to be fair, I'm
I was
going
gonna
to
say I
what
took a
was
lot
gonna
of
do.
damage on that too.
I'm going to tell you what I was going to do next because it would have been funny, but I don't need to do it now. I was going to use polymorph on the dragon with the nat 1 roll from the DM because I've redeemed it. And then before it hit the ground, I was going to cast Prismatic Sphere underneath it so it fell through it.
Mm-hmm. It's dead.
That would have been nice.
Cool.
That one.
That surprised me.
We got it.
Full adult dragon, and you get even with spell casting, and you guys still killed it in 3 rounds.
Steve is not pleased.
I can tell. Man,
Paladin's overpowered.
yeah, the divine smite did help a lot. I won't deny that.
Well, and I'm going to throw even more serious that Shrag didn't even do anything to him to get a chance.
So, yep, that'll be the end of that. It crumples and falls to the ground. So it is dead.
Can we tell what area it was coming from? Like where it was holed up or anything like that? And try to search the area for if it has a lair?
You can't tell. It was in the tree. It was in the forest, so it was away from its lair.
Okay.
So you still have no idea where its lair was, and what the lair was. So.
Well, and to be fair, this near to the portal through to the Shadow Realm, would it even make a lair on this side? Could be on the other side for all we know.
Unknown.
I could always prepare Speak with the Dying tomorrow, or Speak with the Dead. Of course, that doesn't mean he would tell us.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I think I can
Well-
guess that would definitely be a no.
Yeah.
All the
Does
stuff-
it
I do want to land and kind of check the body out. Just how cool.
Yeah, definitely. Does
Okay.
a dead creature still count as a creature that I could cast polymorph on?
What would be the intent?
To be able to move it a little easier. Bring the hide back to our favorite little Tinkerbell.
Actually, you know what? You could probably do that. You could probably polymorph it into something smaller to carry. It'll
Means
last
run-
for the duration of the spell.
Which is only an hour.
An hour, yeah. So I'd have to
And
cast it.
Anywhere near.
You're at
Several
least a
times.
day away from town.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly try.
We
I
could,
mean,
we, could, we could get it 3 hours nearer because I can cast it as well
No.
and then
I
redeem it.
have a plan.
Okay.
Should we take a break since it's almost noon?
What's your plan? Then we'll take a break.
Um, so two of us can go to town. 2 of us can stick around. The one that can polymorph it and the one that has one of the drop pod stones, and they can teleport to us, since it's on the same plane of existence.
There you go. And we could bring a merchant or some people to help or something.
No. We
bring the-
polymorph
It's
it
a
to something
polymorph creature.
small, and you teleport to town, and then it goes whoop.
Oh, we
In
can
town.
teleport the creature?
When you make it
You'd
small, you
polymorph
just pick
it.
up.
You'd have it on you, and you teleport in. You take it into town. Then it would be just a matter of undoing the spell, and depending on
Putting it
where
in
you
an
are
area
in
where
town, you
hit
now just
somebody.
dropped a huge carcass of a dragon right in the center of town.
Yeah, might want to warn a few people before you pull that one off.
Definitely. Yeah. Hey, Tank, you got a courtyard we could use somewhere? A large one?
There
Or
is a
grab the-
there is a merchant's courtyard or a merchant's area that might be big enough. Oh,
Well, plenty of dragon meat for everyone.
Oh, the spell has no effect on a shape changer or a creature with 0 hit points, is what Dishpickle is saying.
Okay.
so it's a nice thought. So for the sake of brevity, you try to cast it, you realize it doesn't have an effect. Question is do you do it you would probably do it after they leave as you prepare for it, because they would get to town and send you the sending. So we'll just say we'll take a break, and when we come back from break, it'll be 2 days later, and you guys are around the carcass of the dragon and go from there. Sound fair?
Okay.
Works.
Sounds fair.
All right. And the answer to the question is a shadow dragon. Anything else, we'll wait till we get back to see what they determine. So with that, we will take a break and shift over to some music.
No.
Alrighty. Looks like we're back. Cool. All right. So had a question.
It's like
Come
our
in.
frames got shifted again.
That's weird.
Wow. Oh, John,
It's 'cause
you
we have one on
stopped
the
your video, didn't you?
Oh, that's right, I did. I paused it on the break. Yeah. My bad. Mea
That'll
culpa.
do it.
I'm gonna say I know we're the same person, but that's taking it a bit far.
Which is fair.
Um,
Alrighty. Check out the merch. Let's see. Question from Kit Matari. Now that you have your dragon out of your system, there's no need for one in Barovia, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what's happening in Barovia next week. And no, I'm going to leave it at that.
Yep.
I could try and taunt and tease, but you know what? Not going to. And to be honest, the dragon's not out of my system because I'll be completely honest. I'm a little irritated that it died so quickly. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong, so I need to fix it.
Bigger
Now we'll
dragons.
fix it for
Right,
later.
Elder dragons?
You stumble on
Elder
a
dragons?
layer of
Wow.
18 dragons.
Ancient dragons.
Murder of dragons.
yeah.
Birds.
Comes through a portal.
And to be fair, guys, after all the wild magic, maybe we want to throw more dragons at you, not less.
Yeah,
that's
balance
true.
out a bit.
So, but
Although-
no,
The feather beard was pretty funny.
it was kind of hilarious.
Actually,
I need
have
to.
you sneezed yet?
Sucks we couldn't go through half the stuff that was, awarded, but we will see what happens. So we're back with the fact that
No, I don't think I've sneezed yet to answer your question.
You still had a beard then.
Let's see here. Nope, still haven't sneezed.
clearly I've got some work to do when it comes to dragons. But that's okay.
We don't get to use them that often. I mean, who knows, right?
No, they're not used all that often, and I had to, anyways.
Which is funny considering it's literally in the name of the game we're playing.
Yeah.
And dragons.
Dungeons and.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of discussing this, and I know this kind of breaks the flow of the game, but considering this was the major thing for this session, after that it's just kind of wrapping up the body and going from there for the next 40 minutes. I believe there was probably some combat stuff that got lost, so it's a learning point. I mean, damage dealt was pretty severe in the first round. It was just trying to go from there, and using the combat tracker with D&D Beyond, you don't get to, unless you put a custom entry in, it'll default to whatever is up for that. So unless I go in and modify the HP for the monster prior to loading it, so it's constantly a homebrew item, it makes things a little difficult. The average HP on a adult dragon is 200 hit point.
And we were talking a little bit on the break, but does the combat tractor, just out of curiosity, does it take into account things like resistances and so forth?
Negative.
It does not. Okay.
All it looks at is all it takes into account is the party is what level and averages it, and then bases it against the challenge rating of the creature or creatures you put in there. Probably to rebalance that would have multiple creatures to deal with. Unfortunately, given the environment set up for this particular dragon, there was no build-up of that.
I mean, the thing is, that wand with the sunbursted and awful lot to start with. I mean, that again, it's 17 charges on the wand, so we burnt through a few. But I mean, really, that's 3 or 4 of those would probably been breaking the wand out.
That needs to be rebalanced. 3 charges
we're gonna
out of 17 for an 8th level spell is not enough.
Yeah, well, that's another thing with pulling in 2nd edition items into 5th edition and recreating them, is trying to find that balance. But you know what? That's the beauty of doing this, is we get to rebalance those things and adjust them, and then play test them as we go, because I like the idea of bringing in 2nd edition stuff, because there's such a wide variety of stories to work through.
Yeah.
So doing that and then kind of keeping that going.
So I will not be bothered if and when you readjust my Wand of Illumination, because that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ring of protection's going to get rebalanced too, I know, coming up.
The what?
My ring is going to get rebalanced too.
I don't even know how to rebalance that ring, but that's a conversation for another day. The wand I can rebalance easily. The ring, not so much.
Oh, just take the aura away. Have the ring as a personal thing.
Well, I mean, Ring of Protection +3 didn't get scaled up into 5th edition, and it's only a +1. Then again, there was some other things, like it was much more impactful on earlier editions than 5th edition. It was just one of those, it was like, okay, scaling it in, see how it goes. Yeah. But regardless of that, Ring, I mean, it is what it is. You just have to see how the world goes, and it's an arms race at some point. So definitely the value of the ring is pretty up there. So like the ring could probably pay for those cloaks you guys wanted to have made.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least the audience is enjoying watching us play test.
Yes, thank you, Dish Pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will be the last time that wand gets used like that.
Yeah. Even inspiration was whatever. That dragon was dead the minute you found it.
Yeah.
To be all honest. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a slight chance it could have gotten away, but that was pretty much it. It didn't even have time to attack. It was bug out.
Yep. And with the crazy speed of the owls, there's no way it could have gotten away.
Well, it's an equal thing.
No.
It's 80 and 80, so it's just a matter of, how to avoid and evade.
Yeah.
Mr.
So-
Chili's
And then
put
once
the
they
sugar
got on the
magic
owls, which can do 80 and 80, it made it a little bit difficult. Or the not owls, what were they on? Eagles?
Yeah,
Eagles.
giant eagles. This one. I can see
Eagles.
Yeah, it was
those
giant eagles. No, it could have moved in and gone for the burrow. But the problem is there was no chance it was going to get away to do that. That would have
Yeah.
been the next round, but unfortunately, your opportunity attacks killed it. So it was one of those that need to rebalance a couple of things and keep into account that you guys can deal almost 50 points of damage a hit individually. So
I
By
can't
that-
usually.
by that factor, probably need to multiply the HP by 4 on every monster going forward.
Well, I'm not going to be able to use that big spell.
I'm not talking
Well-
about just you. Talking on average, each of you can, on a good hit, can deal almost 50 points of damage.
Yeah. Well, my point is, I can't usually. There's no way I would be able to deal that much damage usually. That was just.
But that's something to think of. That's just a planning thing, kind of behind the scenes, is discussing it, or wrapping up that. But back in the moment, back with the game.
So Obsidian and I went back into town and left Anarian and Shrag with the body.
And then you would have, as you attempted that, it realized it wouldn't have worked, send the message, and the two of them would have come back. So 2 days later, back around the dragon corpse. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I was actually going to say maybe we could try to hire a team of people. Or
Really?
see if maybe Tinkerbell has some people she can send with us, and then we could all just teleport back.
I was gonna say,
you
maybe
see, I-
just bring Tinkerbell and the guild
I was
master
thinking
to
about
see.
bringing the
if
guild
they
master
even
and
want it.
Tinkerbell. Yeah, because if Tinkerbell doesn't need it for anything, that's fine. But this way, the guild master also sees that his money was well spent.
Yeah.
The guild's money was well spent.
That's fair. So you bring the two of them back and survey it. It's an adult dragon, shadow dragon, from the Shadowfell. So the scales are a muted grayish black. Go ahead and
Can I take one of the scales? I want to take one of the scales too.
it'll take a day or so to process the body and break it down, but every bit of it's
One scale.
valuable.
Oh, is it?
Dragons
can-
are rare creatures.
Yeah.
And
you
they
can make
are-
hide armor out of the hide. You can do all sorts of alchemical stuff with the body parts.
Yeah.
Well, let's negotiate with Tinkerbell then and see if maybe for the exchange of her having the dragon that hides and stuff and all of the pieces and components that she needs, we can get some more money knocked off of what we're trying to get done.
Assuming they can get done.
Assuming they can get done.
She'd probably knock off 10,000 gold off of your bill.
Okay.
The projected build to try and
Cost.
make those cloaks.
Sure.
So
That's worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Here's a- and I just want one scale as a souvenir.
all right,
I think all of us should take one just for the souvenir piece.
Yeah.
a scale or a tooth, whichever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, tooth
Um,
might be good too.
Go ahead and roll
one of
nature
each.
checks.
Oh, I'm not going to take anything because I didn't hit it. So Shrag's going to be all noble about it and just sit there looking at it. And
14. 13 plus 1.
All
Wait,
right.
nature or survival?
That's
nature.
what I was gonna say. Nature. Yeah. Okay.
Nature 14.
All right, Anari.
That is going to be a 12.
All right, Wilhelmina.
5.
Shragnaz.
no, I'm not taking anything off that.
Do you want to
No.
help Wilhelmina? Maybe?
No, nature check.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh. Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
24 in total.
Alrighty. So as you guys all looking about the dragon and taking it in, Shragna, as you look at it and you notice its features are vaguely reminiscent of another dragon of the chromatic, particularly a white dragon.
Oh.
And then consulting with your book and your research you've been doing, it's what any dragons either born in the Shadowfell or find themselves in the Shadowfell start to become affected by the Shadowfell as the years pass. So this one looks like it might have been a descendant of a white dragon, but it is wholeheartedly kind of discolored into this grayish black form. But the structure of the face, the horns, the body build is very much a white dragon style of figure.
Cool.
Cool.
I'll relay that to the others and explain to them what I've noticed, and I go, huh, let's hope that not happened to us. Huh? Not good.
Yeah, that would be bad. I don't want that.
I mean, hey, look at this face. It's bad enough to start with.
I just realized what you said. Took me a second.
So yeah, with Tinkerbell and the Guildmaster will give you a bonus for taking down the dragon as well as services rendered. But but that was probably the largest threat in the immediate area.
Cool.
And hopefully that now more case will encourage them to put the garrison in place. Might help with the leverage to actually get them to build some just in case more stuff comes through like that.
It would take a few weeks, but additional support is to the garrison. So the only thing left is addressing the portal, which
the guilds haven't come to a determination on that yet, correct?
No, they still need to send word out to a couple of the larger congregations of spellcasters and academics, whether it's far east to the Sword Coast or across the sea to some of the other lands beyond, to try and get some input on a good way to dismantle the gate or to set up protections. Most people in the immediate region aren't strong enough to deal with that.
Do we want to go back to our base and see if we can backtrack where those elven footprints came from? Or do we want to leave that for now?
Oh, didn't we say we were actually going to investigate a little bit around the Shadowfell side of the obelisk on the inside just to check for any of the threats? So now we know this side's fairly clear, is actually go check on the inside, but rather than straight up to the fort is actually more around it.
We can do
We
that.
could do that now, or we could save that for later.
I'm going to go ahead and do a cure wounds on myself.
Oh, at this point you
I was
would
gonna
have
say
had,
we've
you
had
would have had a
long
chance for
rests.
long rest, so
Okay.
you would have been back up.
Okay.
This is essentially down into downtime because in between
that's right.
things.
You said a couple days. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did say a couple days.
Couple of days moves into a couple of weeks processing through and getting everything done. So figure probably 10 days. A 10-day has passed by now since you
Okay.
killed the dragon and had its helped with getting the body broken down and back to Tinkerbell's shop. And as she's
Just-
going through, she docks off 10,000 from your initial estimate for cloaks.
Okay. And just for accounting purposes, what was the guild bonus for killing the dragon?
He'll give you an additional 1,000 gold for killing the dragon each.
Wow.
Okay. I would put forth the proposal, at least for my share, I'm going to put it into party fund. And maybe if, Shrag and Wilhelmina want to keep most of theirs, but put a little bit into party fund, then we can start building a party treasury.
Well, what I'm going to say was, we were talking before about the cost of scribing those spells. So that was at 350 gold. So what I'll pay for that, and then during that 10 days downtime, I'll scribe those spells in. for the sake of brevity, add those spells in.
Okay. But yeah, so I'll put my bonus money, the 1,000, into party fund.
Okay. And of course,
I'll
at
do
this
the
point,
same.
your contract with the guild has been fulfilled because you're noticing in that 10 days since the dragon was there hasn't been many threats, especially with with Garrison coming in there. So all told, you got about 100 gold each for services to the guild in that time frame with the dragon, and plus
And
the
that's what I
1,000
wanted.
gold per bonus.
Okay. And I wanted to additionally double check on that also, because initially they had contracted us for about a month. I thought that
Yeah,
had said,
at
so
this
we're going to
point, the
shorten
guild
the
master
time now that.
feels you
Okay.
done.
That's cool.
You guys are
That's
good.
that's totally fine.
He wasn't expecting to find an adult dragon living in the area.
Which in turn probably stopped anything else living in the area as well.
That's true. Now that it's gone, what else is going to make a home?
Yeah.
Other than the local wildlife, which the garrison has been able to keep
Yeah.
under wraps.
Cool. That is good. And
Are you the one taking care of our group money?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll add it to our little internal wiki page that I have.
Okay, and I will put half of mine into it.
Okay.
Let's make that a round one. So Shragnaws will put 283 gold into it.
cool.
Nice round number.
Yeah.
Right, leaves me with 500, and that then pays for the
The spells.
yeah.
Spells,
Oh,
yeah,
got it.
absolutely.
I've got
That's
500
good.
for us to pay for food rather than feeling like you guys paying for it all the time.
The chat would like to know, Will, if you have sneezed in the past week. Or are you still looking like the bearded.
Roll a
What was that
roll
carnival
a Constitution check.
The feathery beard.
I finally sneezed.
It's just growing on me. Maybe it's a good thing.
I rolled a 5, so it definitely went away somewhere near the beginning of the 10-day.
If not, I would have been tickling the hell out of her, with the little
Get her
finger
to
under the
sneeze.
nose, trying to get her to sneeze.
My nose has been itching for 3 days.
Although we wouldn't
That's
have known
funny.
that, so I guess I wouldn't have been doing that.
When is this gonna go away? It's so itchy.
Itchy. Yeah. Itchy.
Righty.
Oh, so funny. I would like to talk to the guildmaster and ask if he knows of any other jobs or things that need to be done around here. It's been a long time since I haven't had a merchant guild to escort or some villagers to protect. Not sure what to do with myself in the meantime.
He would need to check. If it would be kind of trying to see, because clearly doesn't want to feel like he wastes your time after killing the dragon as efficiently as you have. So he needs to kind of check and see, or it's very much a we're good.
One of the questions I was going to ask to the guildmaster is, they still needed a mage to come to the mansion. So if we go and try to search or return a mage to the mansion, is that a job that he would be interested in passing to us?
No, they've reached out on the eastern side, and the eastern side has sent word that there is one coming in on a ship from across the sea who took the posting.
Okay, so we don't need to escort them.
Okay, we may just hang around in the area till he gets there.
Which is fine. You still have your room and
stuff.
board at the mansion. No one's having any qualms about you guys staying there. And there's actually a sense of relief in most of the merchants that come through as word gets out into the two cities about what you guys have done. So it's a matter of just people feel more comfortable that you're there at the mansion, knowing that everything is good.
Okay. And at this point, I think we want to start or finish what we have started down in our base, so that we
Yes.
can have that ready to go and move on.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
thinking as well, what we could also bring back for the little chap that gives us our nice temporary hit points is actually let's bring him a tooth back from the Black Dragon.
Oh,
Gift for him.
yeah.
For Jingle. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little gift.
Give him a little souvenir.
Okay.
I like that idea. Also, I did, just for note's sake, I did take a tooth instead of a scale.
Okay. Just. All right.
And actually, at the beginning of the week, I think I would like to go to someone that can custom make a dagger.
Okay.
And hi, could you please make me something? I would much appreciate if you could make this into a dagger. And I take out the shadow dragon tooth.
I think I can do that, Lassie. Anything
Maybe
in
with-
particular you want about it?
No, just a nice solid dagger with maybe like a dark black metal handle and a feline head at the end of the pommel.
Give me a. Give me about 3 days. Let me see what I can do for you.
Thank you. How much do you think that'll run me?
20 gold to fashion it the way you described.
And when I pick up my dagger, I will return to Obsidian. Say, hey, I noticed you're really good at stabbing things, so I got you something.
What?
This is for you.
Aw,
Stabby, stabby.
stabby, stabby. Aw, thank you.
You're very welcome.
A
Look,
dragon
it kind
tooth
of
dagger.
kind of looks like you on the end.
So it looks like
How
he's
do
on the
you-
end
how
of the
can you
dagger.
tell? I've always got my little thing hidden, hiding my snout.
Sometimes when you sleep, your little nose pokes out.
Oh god, do I need to be creeped out that she's watching me sleep now?
Yes.
Scared that she's gonna stab me in the middle of the night? Right.
Itching you while you're sleeping.
I know.
Like I said, this literally is a double-edged sword. Or dagger in this case.
6-1, half dozen another.
Oh.
Oh wow. Roll a frightened check. Uh-oh.
You have to roll against the intimidation check, right?
Exactly. Thank
Yep.
you.
I'm really not
Every
intimidating.
time you see the dagger.
Yeah.
I'm tiny and sickly. I'm really not intimidating.
All right.
Too funny.
So So what do you got? What are you guys doing? What else are you guys wanting to do in this time period that you have? That's kind of a downtime.
I think Shad kind of pointed out some of what we wanted to do is make sure that we're going through with our plans to shore up the fortress and make all of those preparations.
Okay.
The one thing that we could do is try and follow the footprints to the top and see if we can get an idea of where they lead outside of the base. I don't know what the
You
ground
wouldn't
looks like.
by this
Okay.
point. You wouldn't be able. I mean, you step
Yeah.
through as you step through that gate, and as you look about, you see there's just miles and miles of foreign terrain that you just don't.
Yeah.
You literally have no idea what direction to go.
Can't
how
track it.
Traveling.
Figured
So
as much. But you
Yeah.
know, it never hurts to ask.
no, it never hurts.
Oh, I like that background.
Ooh, spoopy.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I
Oh,
mean, they're still. I mean, they're forests, but they look sickly compared to what you see on the material plane. You got a rough idea, but you know, some of the features are a little different. So it's just miles and
So,
miles. You just kind of walking
this-
blind.
Is it like the Upside Down in Stranger Things where it's like a mirror image, or is it just
Yeah,
close?
That's actually pretty good estimation. And a great pulp culture reference. But yeah, it's a pretty good estimation. It's rough, but it's not 100% exact.
Jinx, Mr. Chelly. He asked the same question.
Yeah,
Oh.
Or he said the same thing as
he was going to comment,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, that's what it is. So, but
So one thing that we're going to do is I bring Shrag up to a door, and I set him in front of the door. I say, "Ready your fireball spell, please, sir."
Oh, the rat door.
The rat door.
Get to burn things, Shraggy.
And
yeah.
I'm going to make sure I pull him back, obviously, so he's not standing at the door. So when it doesn't explode, it gets.
Oh, no.
We're going to pull him back.
I got this.
Okay. So swing the door open.
Kick in the door, and you see 20 plus giant rats, all
Are these,
kind
like-
of hissing and screeching at you.
Are they like ROUS size?
Yep.
Cool.
Giant diseased shadow rats.
I don't like that.
Trag, what? How do you react?
Ha! Fireball! Ha ha! Whoosh!
What level and how big?
Let's have some fun. We're in between rest and stuff here.
Yeah,
We're
this is
gonna go.
downtime. We're gonna wrap up our loose ends as we finish out today, and then when we come back, we will pick up time skip ahead and go from there. But we're gonna wrap up our loose ends here. Any loose ends that will be covered in the time jump, we'll do that, and then when we come back, brief little recap on what we did for the time jump, and start going with whatever's next.
Cool.
So,
in which case, we're going to hit with the 4th level fireball spell. I am going to check on the size of the other rooms first, just to get a rough guide as to where I'm throwing it when I open the door blindly.
all right, I can help you with that.
I'm getting a feeling I'm going to have to throw it at the back of the room to be on the safe side.
Definitely.
All right, if you're looking at your roll 20, which I will go ahead and let other people see too. So, all right, this door is the door that he points you to.
My rolled a 20 is a bit of a pain at the moment. Just 2 seconds. Come along.
I have to add your character there in a moment, but that's just because it's all kind of stacked up, but just to give you an idea, huge amount of rats sitting in that room.
Awesome. Let us throw forth a ball of fire.
Ball
the
of
back
fire.
And we're going for the full level 4, so 9d6.
$96.
And I've
Okay.
just managed to crash.
Dexterity
Roll the
saving throw, right?
Yeah,
Each target fire, half as much
The-
on a successful.
that's not the highest, but it's not the lowest. That's 40 points of damage, so that'll be 20 points if they pass. And he'll sort of stand in the doorway, and it'll be like that scene from Iron Man where the rockets go off behind him. It's just going to just blow over him. He's going to laugh while doing it.
16 or so of them pass. The rest all fail. So what's the damage on a successful?
So the damage, if they succeed, is 20 points of damage, and they take 40 if they fail.
Well, you end up barbecuing all of them regardless. You hear the screams and screeches of burning rats, and soon are filled with the smell of all of these rats that are burned so badly that as the screams die down and the flames die down, it's just black powder over the ground.
I'll turn around to the guy stood behind me with like a slightly sort of like glowing rim to my hat where it's slightly singed, and I was going, "Now that was fun."
job. That was effective.
Job well done. Yes, indeed.
Very well done.
Very, very efficient.
Oh, question: was there a wild magic left over that would have been used?
I didn't see one.
Okay,
I don't
good.
think so.
Because I was gonna say,
Roasted rat for dinner.
No, I don't see any new wild magics
yay,
redeemed.
safe for once.
Yep.
We are all super confused as to what is going on with our magic.
Very.
I can say that Nat 1 has been utilized.
Yep.
Okay. So I think as part of what we're going to be doing then is building up taking down that second door in the guard room that leads into our area and getting Will to put, wall up,
The stone.
the stone up in place of that door. And then we're going to build that 15 feet of stone behind it.
Yeah. So you're able to get that over the course of the next 10 day to get all of that.
We want to
locked
do all
away.
those continual flames on the sconces and stuff like that as well during that period of time. So we have lighting.
Mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that wand can
Just
do
about to say
continual flame. So we're going to be using the wand to light.
Yeah, just go carefully with those charges. 'Cause obviously, it charges down, and it's only going to get 1d6 back a
Well,
day.
actually, though, before we do that, I think we would want to. One of us would need to go into town, or all of us, to get some hooded lanterns, so that we can be able to hide the flame, like in the rooms if we're sleeping or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So get all of that squared away. It's now secure. No one can get in except via the teleportation circle. So you teleport. You get all of that secured.
Get it all cleaned out. All the bones and rotted pieces of furniture and stuff. We want all that out of there.
Yeah, we'll get all that out of there. And once that stuff once the rocks and all have had a chance to cure and we know they're strong and secure, then we want to work on collapsing the upper decks, or the upper floors.
Okay, that'll take considerably longer to break that down. So what is the goal?
I would say, and we haven't discussed this, so this is kind of a discussion point. I think the goal would be to collapse it in such a way that maybe we can collapse the building in on top of the stairs to kind of fill the stairway in, and then make it look like it just collapsed in. And
so you still want it to look like there was something there. It's more of a ruin than it already is.
Ruins that are not worth exploring is basically the look we're going for.
Okay.
Pile of rocks.
Okay.
The rustic, destroyed look.
Okay.
I wish I could get shatter, but that is not a cleric spell, apparently.
And I'm going to use my mason skills to help point out the areas that we should be collapsing. And then Will can use her shape earth or mold rock or whatever. I don't remember her spell.
Yeah, I add the mold earth, so basically we're going to weaken the ground around the foundations of the tower to make it easy to knock down as well.
Yeah. So after some time, you steadily working at it, because you do that, and then you have to walk back through the gate to come out of the Shadowfell, because you've already blocked off your way to your teleportation circle if you're collapsing the upper tower.
Yep.
At this point, your first commission job would be done. So you get to pick up your armor of gleaming with no bonus, just gleaming.
Right.
So it's the
Is that
stats of a leather armor. It's just
shift weave, I think was what it was called, or something
shift
like
weave.
that.
You can make it look like any other form of clothing. You just can't make it look more durable than studded leather.
But it can look like fine clothes or anything like that.
Yep. It gives no additional bonus to armor. So just
right.
For your commission. Yeah. Well, there are people who haven't been here for a few weeks, so want to just kind of reiterating. You get this particular commission you had for the one shop was no, it's just glimmer weave made into leather armor, studded leather armor.
Okay. That's pretty handy to have. You could look like a bum, or you could look like a noble, or
Yep. And still be wearing armor.
And there was 2 sets commissioned, so Obsidian and Ari get their 2 sets.
Yep.
very
Okay.
cool.
Very cool.
Is it like you can change it once a day kind of thing, or?
You look up Glimmer. It's based on an actual item. It's just we took off the armor bonus for having it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the studded
Glamour studded leather.
Yep. It's just to
You
remove the
could-
attunement.
bonus action.
Cool.
Yeah.
So-
And actually, there wasn't an attunement with it. It's just a rare.
Yeah. So removing any
Bonus
armor
action.
bonus.
Yeah, so it's basically just a bonus action. Speak the armor's command word and cause the armor to assume the appearance of a normal set of clothing or some other kind of armor, obviously not greater than studded leather. You decide what it looks like, including color, style, and accessories, but the armor retains its normal bulk and weight.
Okay. Cool. That is convenient.
Handy.
And for the sake of brevity, we will. Tinkerbell has some results on those cloaks that she's been attempting to create for you. There are 4 of them. It's going.
Because we've given one to her.
Well, she has 4. She's going to give back to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But she gets one. Right. But there was a total of 5, and we had let her have
Yeah, we're only going to focus on the 4 that she's going to give to you.
it. Okay.
All right. And this is going to be a percentile check.
Ooh.
So,
I can't. Yeah, okay. Mine's a 41.
okay.
42. Wow.
Okay.
I beat you by 1. I got 42.
Okay.
That's a good number.
Wow.
Trag, what did you get?
I got an 85.
You were the closest, but unfortunately, no. None of them are displacer cloaks. Or cloaks of displacement.
Well, that means we save some gold.
Or does it? Because we've made the cloaks. Is it still going to cost us the same
Yeah,
money?
we haven't paid anything.
We haven't paid anything. She said it was going to be based on whatever the results were.
Yeah, and she had, with the fact that she did her best with it, but the enchantments were a little bit beyond, so you guys each get cloaks out of it. They're a dark black material, kind of shimmer. So there's just a regular cloak.
Okay.
So just
What are the
just
what are the
cosmetic.
costs?
It's not even.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic adventuring gear.
We look cool. We all
Uh,
match now.
For you 3, Shrags is the one that's actually a little bit better. His gives him advantage on stealth.
Nice.
In which case, assuming I'm actually already wearing a cloak of protection, I will go and offer that up to Obsidian. The view the fact that he.
Probably Wilhelmine is the only one that's short enough to take it. Because
That's what I was
going
gonna
to
say.
You.
It's magical, so
It
it'll
should go to
readjust size.
Wilhelmina.
It's magical, so it'll readjust size.
But I
It's not
thought
magical.
I thought it's
Swap it
not
to the saddle.
magical.
It's not a magical item.
It's not a magical item because the
It's just going to give you
spell
advantage.
didn't
It's
take.
just going to give you advantage if you try to hide in shadows.
Yeah.
But it's not magical, just because of the darkness of it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think the rest of us have advantage on stealth checks various different ways anyway. So
Well,
I should hand
and
it
I have a
across.
plus 10, so I'd much rather have it.
yeah, we should hand it across to Wilhelmina.
Yes.
There you go, pretty lady.
No, but you should.
Yes.
You should.
No, you.
But-
He will use his
how
bonus
much were
action to
the-
just disappear.
How much are the cloaks? Because I
She's
want to
not-
make sure we do pay her.
She's not charging you for it. With the dragon, all the dragon stuff that you've given, and the fact that she couldn't get much better than just able to preserve some of the coloring on the one. The rest of them are a little bit aren't as dark or deep in color to help in hiding in shadows. Because
I'm
that's the
gonna give
condition.
her-
That's the thing with that. It'll help you hide in shadows. But
I'm going to go ahead and give her 100 gold for trying.
okay.
Because I want to maintain a good relationship.
good
with her.
relationship. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Tank is
So,
appreciative of that.
subtract 100.
Which is basically the 100 we got for the
We got
golden
for the
services
gold-
from the guild. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
For the tanks being, we do give her 10,000 gold's worth of Black Dragon.
But we probably gave her a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Realistically, yeah.
But I do want
But
to
that's
say,
all
look,
right.
if something does come out of this Black Dragon and you do have something to sell, we'd like the ability to buy it first.
Yeah.
If you're in the
Right
area.
Right of first refusal, yeah.
Cool.
So
We all have really spiffy new matching cloaks, guys. Now we really need a team name.
Scoob, are you going to do a homebrew for the studded leather, or do you want me just to, or the glamored leather armor? Or do you want me to do something?
I'll take a look. I'll take a look and see what I can.
As I say, what we can do is just take the glamored stuttered
Fine.
leather
Yeah,
and
just
just
mod
take
it.
off the bonus.
Customize it,
Just
removing
customize
the
it and take the
+1,
bonus.
or-
Yeah, exactly.
That'll probably be easiest.
Yeah. Then you
Okay,
don't have to
we can do
homebrew
that.
something.
If I can avoid it, I'd be happy.
Yeah, yep. No, that'll be easier.
Yep. Okay. And then, of course, as we're going over the next X number of weeks, we want to be organizing the library. Is I know one of the things that we want to do is make sure that that's organized, and also maybe have kind of like a little catalog of maybe what's in there.
Okay.
And on top of that, seeing we have that oil of timelessness from the other week, is if we find any of the Shadowfell books or ones that would actually we would want to go and sell and bring back, we will cut them and treat them with the oil.
It'll delay their degradation, but it's not gonna be a permanent solution.
No,
It's
that's
gonna
fine. By then
delay
we'll
it.
have sold them, not our problem.
That's fair. All right.
I was just saying, you're going to copy into your book the things that you want anyway before we sell anything, so you'll still have access to it, right?
Yeah, just written notes. Yeah, if there's any interesting snippets of information.
Midnight Justice, Shadow Jumpers,
No.
Justice, the Black Cloaks,
Something to think about.
Dark Defenders.
Oh, we
I was
have a
thinking-
list already in place. Many,
What?
many, many names long.
Many
Oh,
names.
yeah.
I'll just like randomly get thoughts in my head at like 1 a.m. when I can't sleep and start sending messages to these guys.
Yeah. Well, real quick, while we got a few minutes left, going through activity feed. Dish Pickle, thank you for roughly the 2,000 bits that you cheered at us today. That's awesome and amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Zip, thank you for the 2-month sub at tier 2, much appreciated. Hugh, thank you for the 4-month sub, much appreciated, sir. Thank you for all the channel points that were redeemed. Sorry we didn't able to get through a lot of them. Most of them, we still have quite a bit. Oh, Obsidian does need a gift from the Tricksters, so we are going to roll that out real quick.
Also, one of the things that I would have wanted to do is one of the rocks that Wilhelmina had picked up to cast light on. I want one of those little rocks or stones that she had picked up.
Okay.
Bear in
Shouldn't
mind it will
be too
wear off
hard.
next time she casts light.
No, I don't want it. Well, it only lasts an hour anyway, so it would have been way gone. I just want the rock itself. I've got to put it in a little bag in a pouch and put it in my bag holding.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Obsidian.
It's one of the ways that he does his memories, so that he looks at the stone and he remembers
Gets the
event
memory.
and the mission and blah blah blah. It's
Very
one of those
nice.
things.
I did not say blah blah blah. Apparently he does.
No, blah, blah, blah. Oh, one of the things that I need to do while we're in town is I realized that as part of my equipment, I didn't take my musical instrument that I'm supposed to be proficient in, so I'm going to try to find a decently designed flute.
There's a bard in town who makes a good deal for you on that.
Okay, how much would that be?
5 silver.
I thank you, sir.
All right, Obsidian, go ahead and roll a D100.
Ooh.
74.
74.
4.
74.
74. You get Tiamat. Roll for initiative.
No, it's not a wild magic one now, Shad. You're quite safe.
The a pipe of smoke monsters.
What?
While smoking this pipe, you can use an action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a single creature, such as a dragon, a flump, a frogmoth. The form must be small enough to fit in a 1 foot cube, or loses its shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you.
Thank you
That's
for
so
the
funny.
follow.
Tabletop Santa. Well, we all know who this is.
Oh,
that
Tabletop Santa.
Mr.
Ruh-roh.
Tabletop Santa.
Thank you
We
for the
remember
follow.
you.
Hope you enjoy the shenanigans as they ensue. This is essentially
Jason's
ending.
not here to harass you today.
This is essentially ending the Twilight's Last Gleaming module, because the dragon was the last major element of that.
And thank you, Cass, for my pipe.
Yes.
Or, not Cass, but
Yes.
Chat.
Chat for the
Viewers.
pipe, so that covers.
The tricksters.
the Trickstars.
That's cool.
So from here, the road is an open path. I think for the sake of things, we will time skip probably 6 months or so, as far as what your stories are. So this is considered like 6 months of downtime to use that to furnish your fortress, research. What do you want to research? Where do you want to go? All of those wonderful things. And I had asked this question earlier this week, and that is, since next week is Halloween, shall we take a special Halloween-themed one-shot and play that? All right.
I'm up for that.
All
I
right.
think
Maybe
So
that's
have-
been the consensus, yeah.
here's our
There's-
teaser for all of you watching and wanting to find out. Next week, for our game, we are going to do the Halloween one-shot that was recently published on D&D Beyond by Mr. James Hack, which is
Ooh.
Strahd Must Die in Space.
I'm so
dear.
excited.
We are going to
Whoa.
run that for our adventure. Use the same cast, same characters. It will, and so shenanigans will ensue. I will say that this particular adventure does have a time limit, which we will set the time limit and go over all of that when we do it. To
Nice.
fit it in our normal time block, so to speak. But it's going to be. I was reading through the module yesterday, and I am thoroughly enjoyed and tickled with the idea for this. So this is a
What could possibly
continuation
go
of the
wrong?
previous ones, which is Strahd Must Die and Strahd Must Die Again. Now we're Strahd Must Die in
Die
Space.
in space.
It's a wacky, condensed version of Fighting Strahd inside Castle Ravenloft. So it's going to incorporate all those really cool things.
So excited
awesome.
for that.
That should be fun. Shenanigans will ensue, I am sure.
Anyway,
especially with this crew and this set of viewers.
Yes. Well, so my question is your challenge accepted crew going to do it, and is there any chance we may see them in the same?
Given the there's a possibility, but I am planning to put forth the question to challenge accepted tonight, and if they opt to do it as well, they will be given the opportunity to use different they will be given a different set of options. You guys are already at the right level to do this. They are not. So
Okay.
I have to give them I'm giving them the option to either bring in a character they have previously created, or to temporarily scale up their current characters for this, or temporarily scale them down, or take another character and temporarily scale it down. They're going to have a little bit more. You guys are OP and powerful enough that you can just run the adventure as it. You don't need to be leveled up or leveled down or anything. So should be
Cool.
fun to see what happens.
Yeah,
We're excited.
Nice.
I'm super excited.
So,
Gotten
Yeah,
most of
happy
my
Halloween.
costume elements.
yes, Halloween shenanigans, Halloween fun. You want to dress up, dress up. I unfortunately have no costumes because I haven't done Halloween in years, so I'll just be here playing Strahd. Which
Just wear a cool hat.
I might have a few.
How about the hat you showed us the
Oh.
other day?
There we
There you
go.
Maybe this should be
spiffy.
my new DM
Now-
look. What do you
now-
think?
You need to be
Nice.
wearing a hat. You're the only one not, Hillary.
I've got headgear.
She does.
It's not a hat.
It does
I'm
matter.
not
It's,
wearing a hat.
it's headgear. She's wearing it on her head. But yeah, so we're gonna
Not
do
too
we're
soon,
gonna do that
tabletop.
for next week's session.
Does sound good fun.
So
The black scarves and the hood. I don't. Ooh, I could wear a black. Oh, I could put something on.
Yeah, I know that
Find,
reference.
find your black hoodie.
I don't have a black hoodie to be honest, which is surprising as all hell. I know. I gotta find one.
Ready.
But
I'm ready for
Oh,
Halloween.
thank you everyone in the chat for hanging out with us. Thank you, the cast,
Thank you.
for taking time out of your Saturday morning to come and hang out. Thank you to Syrinscape for the background musics and soundboards. Thank you to D&D Beyond for the wonderful extension and all those things that go with that. Saw that highlighted message that threw off my train of thought. Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you to the moderators in my channel. You guys help keep this train wreck going and not go too crazy off the tracks. And with that, tonight we will have Challenge Accepted, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will see what happens. I believe we have a guest or a pair of guests who will be joining us tonight. Am I right? Is that a pair of guests or a guest?
I'm always down to play D&D. You know me.
All right. So, and we have a new cast member joining tonight.
What?
So we're going to we're going to have our have a new cast member join us, as well as a pair of guests if you have your character ready to go by tonight, and we'll see what happens. Have some fun.
That's exciting.
So, with that, I wish you all a great afternoon. Stay safe. Do all the things. And if there's nothing else, y'all have a great afternoon. Catch you later, guys.
Ow.